Well, it's 11:15 and it's time to stop. Whew. Another good morning though. Um, hey, the came out here this morning to get some work done, and I had 3 of the 5 deer sitting in my trash pile back there. Maybe they're trying to get rid of it for me. I don't know. Um, Good news is they weren't in the fence. So I don't know if they tested it and decided the wood pile was a better place or not. I don't know. But what you will see is there's the little made up arch. There you go, around the cucumbers. And got some twine laid out and wrapped his little vines around him so he can start climbing. I've got panels set up with the peppers. I've got circles set up with the tomatoes and a panel set up for the eggplants. And all of it, to include the zucchinis and the melons and the cantaloupes, have all got their wood bark and wood chips in it from the compost pile. Not the compost pile, but the wood chip pile that was here before I got here. And that pile over there. What's interesting is the center of the pile was completely dry, and I didn't put that in the garden. I'll get to that in just a second. But the right side there was wet and decaying and is full of mycelium. Mycelium is a fungus that helps break down organic matter and make it so plant roots can actually get the nutrition out of it easier and better. So I tried to use all the darker mycelium-rich stuff in all of the beds. So you'll see that most of it is darker. Yeah, you got some light stuff in there. I couldn't avoid it. But most of the light stuff, I filled in that hole with. That was 5 2-gallon bucket loads of the light stuff that's not started to break down yet, to stop me from like tripping in a hole that's there. There's another one right there, but that was only about 2 buckets worth, and there was one there, and that was only about a bucket's worth. I think that used to be where one of the trees are that's now sitting in the trash pile, and that's why it created the sinkholes, is that was, rootstock that was pulled up with it. And even if the wood decays down and it sinks back in again, it's still a really good visual reminder for me, both while I'm walking and while I'm mowing, that the holes are there. Let's not break myself for the mower. But otherwise, garden's doing great. I've always liked my flowers. And the eggplant flower is a great shade of purple, just like the eggplant itself is. So I'm assuming it didn't go into shock. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm assuming it didn't go into shock when the transplant happened, because it's still blooming and living life large and loving it. But it's 11:15. It's getting warm. This side of the garden is now in full sun. That side of the garden is in dappled shade, dappled sun. And full sun is right there at the fence. So it's time for me to get out of here and let the plants do their thing. And me find something else to do, probably inside the house. And I will talk at you later. Y'all have a good one.